I've been quiet for a minute because I've been collecting as much information as possible over the past month just so I can be accurate. And it's finally time to unleash the facts.
No one ever dogged
Yes, sir.
Oscar De La Hoya the way Floyd did. Every single press conference, he treated him like he was a...
He can't be a successful promoter if he's always wanting to be in the spotlight. His desire to be always noticed, always.
Oscar De La Hoya lashed out at Floyd Mayweather during a live interview with Stephen A. Smith, accusing him of being a scammer and a fraud. De La Hoya criticized Mayweather for turning boxing into a popularity contest rather than valuing skill and heart. He took issue with Floyd's constant boasting about his wealth and lavish lifestyle, urging him to take the sport more seriously instead of using it to cash in. De La Hoya emphasized that boxing should be about legacy, not bank accounts, and warned that Mayweather's obsession with fame and fortune was damaging the integrity of the sport and misleading younger fighters.
You say you want to be a world champion. You say you want to take this sport serious. Then take it serious. What is this? This is not a popularity contest.
Oscar De La Hoya acknowledged Floyd Mayweather's talent in playing the villain in their rivalry. He noted Floyd's ability to manipulate public perception by fully embracing the bad guy persona. Meanwhile, Oscar was cast as the good guy, tasked with promoting the fight while trying to protect his image, all while Floyd thrived in the negative spotlight. While Oscar recognized that Floyd was clever in using this strategy, he also saw it as a sign of immaturity, with Floyd relying heavily on trash talk and disrespect rather than focusing on skill and integrity.
It's like that rivalry, the villain and the good guy, you know? And Floyd, this is where Floyd is smart. He knows how to play that villain guy, you know?
And you're promoting the fight.
Yeah, and I'm promoting the fight.
Yeah.
And I'm promoting the fight.
Oscar De La Hoya recalled how their fight generated a record-breaking amount of money, with the pay-per-view alone bringing in nearly $400 million. This massive financial success not only demonstrated the widespread appeal of their rivalry, but also underscored the business side of boxing.
How much money did that generate?
At the time, yeah, it was the record-setting pay-per-view. I think we generated something like close to, all in, like close to 400 million. Yeah, in one night. So
for Oscar De La Hoya, boxing was always about pride and legacy, not wealth. He believed in fighting for something greater than money, seeking to prove his worth and secure his place in history. In contrast, he criticized Floyd Mayweather for being solely motivated by money, while Oscar acknowledged Floyd's business savvy. He felt Floyd was more interested in making a profit than in enhancing his boxing legacy. To De La Hoya, boxing was about passion and honor, while Floyd's approach seemed to revolve around maximizing earnings and promoting his brand.
Promote that fight with Mayweather. Would you have pulled out?
probably, yeah, probably, because there was too much. Put the money aside. For me, it's about pride. For me, it was about, you know, man, I want to have a winning chance here.
Floyd Mayweather's constant bragging about his wealth, especially his remarks about other fighters like Anthony Joshua, has been a point of contention. Analysts argue that, while Floyd made his fortune through boxing, his constant focus on money undermines his true legacy. In a recent statement, Floyd compared his fight with Manny Pacquiao to Anthony Joshua's, claiming he didn't need large crowds or millions of viewers to generate revenue. He stated, "We didn't need all those hundreds of thousands to do a $74 million gate." Floyd's insistence on being at another level in terms of success only highlights his obsession with being the best, both in the ring and financially.
You know, I guess, you know, his, you know, because, you know, he talks about his money a lot. So he compared, like, I guess, his fight with Pacquiao to Anthony Joshua. And he was saying, like, you know, basically, they didn't need 100,000 or 90,000 people to do X amount of dollars. You know, here, I'm gonna let you listen to it. Here's what he had to say verbatim. Here's what Floyd said about Anthony Joshua.
Talk about that. I was in the Guinness Book of World Record for breaking all the records. You didn't tell them that?
Of course you have.
For generating, what, billions in the sport of boxing, that for having the fastest sellout crowd.
But
I mean, and, you know, those guys done, you know. And I was watching a fight when I was at my Miami house. I was at my Miami home. I was watching a fight. with Klitschko and the guy.
Analysts suggest Floyd's comments reflect a level of jealousy, particularly when he compares himself to others. Despite his accomplishments, Mayweather's comments seemed offensive, aiming to reaffirm his position as boxing's top earner. His preoccupation with wealth and superiority has overshadowed the more meaningful aspects of his career, such as his contributions to the sport. This behavior has led some to question Floyd's true motivations, with some analysts believing it stems from insecurity and jealousy toward fighters like Joshua, whose appeal extends beyond just financial success.
And they said that this is electrifying, sort of like the Pacquiao and Mayweather. And I said, well, we didn't have to have all those hundreds of thousands to do a $74 million gate. So, and like I said before, but those guys put on a hell of a show. Like I said before, you know, I'm just on another planet. And you definitely know it. Because you've been around for years. And you see the same thing over and over and over.
All right, so there you have it. Mayweather basically saying that, you know, he's on another planet and all this stuff, and that, you know, they didn't need 90,000 people and all this stuff. But, I mean, let's look at it like this. Jealousy, I noticed from Floyd, and it shouldn't be that way, because Floyd, you know, regardless of what I had to say about his career, I have my opinions on it. You know, he was a A-level fighter. Skills out, you know, had skills, was a really skilled fighter, A-level fighter.
Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather's rivalry dates back to their high-profile 2007 fight, which was a pivotal moment for Mayweather. That fight marked his first big payday, earning him $1 million and solidifying his place as a pay-per-view star.
We welcome into SportsCenter the former #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, welcome back. We've missed you, Floyd.
Hey, how you doing? I'm not no former #1 pound-for-pound fighter. I'm just saying I'm the best fighter in the sport of boxing. No one has dethroned me, so how am I not pound-for-pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me.
Because you retired?
But have I ever been beat?
But what happens is you informed Ring Magazine
Well,
you're
once again,
retiring as welterweight champion.
I already forgot who I'm talking to. I'm talking to Brian Kenny.
However, Floyd's ego never allowed him to credit De La Hoya for that. Despite Oscar being the cash cow at the time, Floyd maintained that he was always the secondary figure in past interviews. Mayweather has aggressively defended his legacy, saying, "I'm the best fighter in the sport of boxing. How am I not pound for pound the best?" He dismisses critics, even claiming that De La Hoya did nothing in their fight, which Floyd won by split decision.
Top what I've done in 2 fights.
Well, one was with Oscar De La Hoya, who was the cash king.
I'm the cash cow, please.
Not compared to Oscar De La Hoya. Have you drawn as much as Oscar De La Hoya in pay-per-view,
Man,
Floyd?
De La Hoya been on pay-per-view 1,000 times. It took me two times, 3.5 million homes. Me, Floyd Mayweather.
No, with Oscar De La Hoya, though.
Oscar De La Hoya didn't do nothing. Did he win?
It was a split decision loss, as a matter of fact.
Come on, man.
But it was with him.
Once again, like I said before, once again, we're talking to Brian Kenny, a man of many traits, a master of nothing.
Floyd, you waited over a year to come back. Why not wait one more weekend until Pacquiao and Hatton was over and we knew the winner?
I don't have to wait for...
Oscar De La Hoya revealed that after their fight, Floyd Mayweather Sr. admitted that Oscar had actually won, even though the official decision went to Floyd Jr. Oscar also pointed out that their contract had a rematch clause which stated that if Floyd won, they would fight again within a year. However, Floyd Jr. conveniently announced his retirement the day after the fight, staying retired for a full year to avoid the rematch. De La Hoya believes Floyd's retirement was a deliberate move to avoid a second fight and feels the original decision was unfair.
As a fighter, you know, deep down inside, you know if you win or you lose. Did you know? I felt that I won. I felt that it can go either way, especially when Mayweather's father came straight at me and he goes, "Oscar, you beat my son."
Wait, he told you right after the fight?
Oh, yeah. And a funny story about that, too. We had a rematch clause in our contract. This is something I negotiated as well. If he beats me, I get a rematch. It was a 1-year clause. Guess what he did? He retired for 1 year and 1 day.
Are you joking?
No. True story. Nobody knows this, but it's in the contract.
Well, so how often did you guys try to get another thing going? It was always, no, not interested. No, not interested.
Yeah, not interested. I'm retiring. I'm out of the sport. But sure enough, a day after that contract was over, he announces his unretirement.
Floyd Mayweather cannot accept the notion of anyone being above him. Whether in boxing skills or financial success, his brand is built on being the best. And whenever someone even suggests another fighter might be better, Floyd becomes visibly upset. He doesn't let it slide, but instead becomes defensive, often trying to discredit anyone compared to him. Whether it's Canelo's dominance, Pacquiao's legacy, or rising stars, Floyd constantly reminds the world that he is undefeated and unmatched. Even in retirement, he finds ways to bring the attention back to himself, refusing to let anyone outshine him, either in boxing or wealth.
Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. In the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
Floyd Mayweather has often claimed to be on a level above even Muhammad Ali, but Oscar De La Hoya disagrees. De La Hoya has called Floyd the most overrated fighter in boxing history, arguing that Mayweather's career doesn't compare to the legends who truly shaped the sport. Floyd's opponents, while talented, didn't carry the same historical significance as those faced by icons like Ali. Oscar points out that Mayweather's career, marked by strategic matchups and an undefeated record, lacks the all-encompassing greatness that defined boxing legends. The debate over Floyd's self-proclaimed greatness has sparked discussions, with many believing his career was more about avoiding risks than fighting the best in their prime.
Who's an overrated boxer? Well, you don't want to get in trouble here.
I don't mind.
All right.
Overrated boxer, fighter, most overrated, Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Really?
Yes.
He's not a great boxer.
No, he is a great, but his resume is not one like Sugar Ray Leonard or one like Muhammad Ali.
Oscar De La Hoya has been outspoken in criticizing Floyd Mayweather, particularly regarding Floyd's focus on money over legacy. Floyd has made it clear that his priority is financial success, often flaunting his wealth and using his money Mayweather persona to attract attention. Oscar has called out Floyd for profiting from non-traditional fights, such as taking advantage of social media influencers and YouTubers to profit from their massive followings. For example, Floyd's exhibition match with Logan Paul was a spectacle aimed more at drawing viewers based on celebrity status than showcasing competitive boxing skill, while Floyd made millions. De La Hoya sees this as a departure from true boxing, as Floyd's focus on money has turned the sport into a sideshow. He also criticized Floyd for dismissing fighters like Ryan Garcia as just a YouTuber, arguing that Floyd has built his empire by exploiting the very audience he now mocks, showing a double standard in how he views modern-day boxing.
Talking about Skid Ryan Garcia. Kane got his followers from kicking. Ryan Garcia got his followers from YouTubers. There's a difference. So you want to be a YouTuber or you want to be a fighter? Tank is a fighter.
What the fuck? So Ryan Garcia's not a fighter? He's been fighting since he was 7 years old. He has 200 plus amateur fights. I don't care where his followers come from, if they come from fucking Mars. The fact is that Ryan's followers are selling this fight. And plus, don't you remember you fought YouTubers? Are you putting YouTubers down? You profited from them. I can't with you, dude. You're fucking dumbass. I can't wait. April 22nd, Ryan Garcia fucking knocking out Tank Davis.
Oscar De La Hoya has been vocal in criticizing Floyd Mayweather, particularly regarding his exhibition matches. De La Hoya believes that Floyd's focus on making money through these exhibitions shows a disregard for his boxing legacy. Floyd has been clear that his primary motivation is financial success, constantly flaunting his wealth and branding himself as Money Mayweather. Oscar, however, argues that boxing should be about more than just cashing in. It should be about honor and leaving a lasting legacy. He points out that Floyd's numerous exhibition fights, such as the one with Logan Paul, are far from true boxing matches that test a fighter's skill and determination. These events, which are more about spectacle than competition, have earned Floyd millions, but haven't contributed to his standing as one of the all-time greats. De La Hoya believes Floyd is more interested in the payday than in adding meaningful victories to his record. For Oscar, the true measure of greatness in boxing comes from challenging the best and making real sacrifices. In the ring, something he feels Floyd has abandoned in favor of easy money and fame through non-competitive exhibitions.
Okay, Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real show that left the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets. Floyd, I'm rooting for you. Come on, let's turn it around.